Hello ladies and gentlemen, Xcentaur here and welcome back to another video. Now I hope all of you are doing well because I'm as always, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the best aircraft on Infinite Flight Non-Pro. Now, for these aircraft, you do not have to pay anything at all. I believe the app is free to download from the App Store or Google Play Store, so this will cost you nothing to gain access to these aircraft if I'm correct. Now, there are a few aircraft available to you as a non-pro user. Obviously, you will not get to use the best of the best aircraft, but you will get to use a fair few of them. Now, I'm currently using non-pro mode just to demonstrate to everyone exactly what you'll be able to see. So the aircraft I'm flying right now and the exact region I'm flying in right now will be all available to you as a non-pro user on Infinite Flight. Now, we have started off with the A321, and I think personally it is one of the top 3 best aircraft that you can use as a non-pro user. Some may argue it is the best. I'm not going to argue that because I think there are better. Now, it was new to Infinite Flight in around 2018, so it's not too old. It's got a very good exterior view, and it also has an interior. Now, not many aircraft on Infinite Flight actually have an interior view, which makes this aircraft very, very good in comparison to others. As you can see in here, there is the little cabin. Now, 2x2 seats going across. Each one has a window, so you can get some pretty good views. Now, it wasn't very common for interior aircraft in Infinite Flight to have a cabin, especially back in the late 2010s. So let's go have a look at the cockpit now. And we do have a good cockpit. Now, the throttle, the flap thing there, if it's going to move, there they go. And of course the gear handle there. Now all of those, all of those do still move and work. So we do actually have a working cockpit in the CRJ200 here. Now what we don't have is a live working cockpit, which many of you may or may have not expected or wanted. But I still think it's a very good addition here to Infinite Flight. I think it's a great aircraft to use. So let's go have a look at some of the liveries available to you as a non-pro user. So we got the Air Canada Express, American Eagle, Aruba, Belarus Airlines, Delta, just the general and the Infinite Flight, the Japan Airways one, the Kendall Airlines, Mexicana, Northwest, South African, and then obviously the United Old and the UTair Aviation. Now some of these are some good liveries to use, but I think they are very, very good aircraft. Now, the next aircraft I want to show you guys is one which I think it's a hit or miss. I think it's a great aircraft, but in comparison to some of the other aircraft we have here on Infinite Flight for the pro users, it's not very good at all. But it is, of course, the amazing 737-700. Now, it's probably one of my favourite 737 aircraft actually out there. I just like how it's a lot smaller than some of the other aircraft. I think it's just a very nice looking aircraft. So we're gonna take it out for a little flight. Yeah, look, I just like how small it is. It looks kind of cool. So we're gonna take this one out for a spin, and we're gonna try and take off here. I do have an iPad flat on a table, so this may be a bit harder. Now, as you can see, the liveries again are very, very good looking, such as the ones we just saw on the CRJ200. This is not the only available Boeing aircraft we have. We do have one of the 747s. I couldn't tell you what variant it is, but it's one of them. Now, this aircraft is actually better than the 747s we have here on Infinite Flight, especially to the non-pro users. This is due to the interior of the aircraft. Now, there is no actual interior cabin, but there is a live working cockpit, which I'll show you guys very shortly. Now, there is a wide available options for the liveries on the 737 we have here on Infinite Flight. The 737-700 does offer a lot of liveries, and we will have a look at them in just a minute. The Fiji Airways livery is a very, very popular one. Now, as discussed in previous videos, you can only fly in certain regions, but I think the liveries available on the 737 complement the areas where you can travel on the 737 in non-pro very, very well. So I think they go quite well hand in hand. So let's go have a look at that cockpit. Now, you can see in here, of course, it is a live working cockpit, and this, of course, has to make it better than pretty much many aircraft without one. Now, I'm not too fussed about the interior cabin. Of course, it's nice to have one and we all enjoy it, but I think it's very nice to have a working cockpit, seeing as this is where pilots will spend most of their time, especially you as an in-flight flight user. You will spend all your time within the cockpit. If you're flying, you're not going to be landing looking out the window. If you can, that is very impressive though, and well done to you. Again, another airport there. I thought that one used to be in 3D, apparently not. So let's go have again another look at some of the liveries available. So here we have Aero Mexico, Air Berlin. There's so many available liveries on this, it's crazy. Air China, Air Tran, Bahamas Air, and then obviously the private ones. Then Fiji, we've just all had a look at. The generic ones are very generic. Then we got Gol, two of them, 2019, and the older one, the KOM, again, 2015 or new. Luxembourg Air, or Luxair, I love this livery. It's a very, very nice fitting livery. I think it's one of the better ones out there. We got SAS, Scandinavian, and then obviously about 100 Southwest liveries. I won't go through all of them. We got Targ, TUI Fly. Again, I'm not too big of a fan on this livery. But I like the Turkish Airlines livery, the United one, and of course the WestJet. All some very great liveries. Now, just going to give a quick little shout out to some of the general aviation aircraft. Now, we got obviously the 172 and the X-Cub. There's the X-Cub and the 172. Great aircraft, but not many people who use infinite flight are too interested in general aviation when looking at a mobile flight simulator. You guys want to know about these big planes, which is what I'm here to talk about today. So let's go in the Air Canada aircraft this time, and we are of course in the A321 as you've just seen, and there is again a wide selection of aircraft. We really should have flaps on taken. We can do flaps on while taking off. Okay. Now this aircraft I think is arguably probably one of the best ones you can get without a pro subscription here on Infinite Flight. Now there are a few reasons for this. Obviously it has a live cockpit, but I think the livery options I think are just personally better. I do not know how we avoided a tail strike there. We don't want to go that high though. Now I think the livery options on this aircraft are much better than many other aircraft, and please do ignore that takeoff. That was horrendous. I do not want to do one like that again on video. Now, the livery options are very good on this aircraft, like I was saying. They complement the areas very, very well. The A321 in itself is just a better designed aircraft on Infinite Flight than the 737, I think, personally. Even though I said I like the little 737, I think the way the A321 is composed here on Infinite Flight is very well. Just look at it. They've done a very, very good job at how they've wanted to design this aircraft and got it looking very well. So let's just look in that cockpit. Again, you can see it's very good. It looks very similar, like all the other aircraft, Airbus cockpits. So all Airbus ones look phenomenal on Infinite Flight. I think the Boeing cockpits may look slightly better, especially in their 777, but you need a pro subscription to use that. But this again is a good looking cockpit, and they have done once again a pretty decent job. So let's go have a look at some of these liveries you can get with this aircraft. So the A321, now again more liveries, as you can see they go on forever. Aer Lingus, we've seen Air Canada, Air India, a great livery there. American, we just skipped over Alitalia there. ANA, the All Nippon, Asiana, British Airways, Austrian, Cebu Pacific, Condor, Delta, Dragonair. I like the Dragonair liveries. I love flying that out of Hong Kong. Now we got the Etihad 2015 and Modern, the EVA, Finnair, again another great livery, the Frontier one with the Wolf. I believe I'll have to click off there. You can see it there on the tail. We got Gulf Air, Iberia, JetBlue. See, all of these complement where you can fly very, very well with just a non-pro subscription. You got Lufthansa and Middle Eastern, Philippines, Qatar, Spirit. Oh, there we go, Spirit. I'm not a fan of Spirit livery at all. We've got Swiss, Thomas Cook again, Titan again, another Turkish Airlines livery, great as always. Vietnam Airlines now, Violin, and then obviously the Wizz Air livery, which is again a very nice livery. So there are many options we have here to use on Infinite Flight. But if you guys did find this video helpful at all, please do feel free to like and subscribe, especially if you're new here. I'm trying to get out daily videos right now, but we're going to see how long that lasts. Other than that though, please do enjoy the rest of your day. Good night.